Hi everybody, welcome to the Motherload with Clara. Let's dive right in. Okay, our first story is from Just No Mill Reddit by Traditional Lake. Gotta move that so it sits a little more evenly. This one is called My Mom Guilt Trips Me Constantly and I Don't Know How to Stop Absorbing It. Girl, I feel you. That is how my mom is, and my husband's mom. Yay. Bunny, come here. Come here, Bunny. I'm going to show you guys my dog. Come here, Bunny. It's just my little dog. Her name is Bunny. She'll sit with me today. Okay, so this lady or person wants advice. Hi, guys. I'm a 25-year-old medical student living away from home, and I genuinely used to have a great relationship with my mom. That changed about a year ago when she started treating my girlfriend, oh, this is a dude or a girl, I guess, my girlfriend terribly jealous, unfair, and accusations, constant drama, and I recognize there is a lot of enmeshment going on in my family. It took months of exhausting arguments just to get her to acknowledge there was even a problem. And she never really took any responsibility for any of it. The whole experience made me see a side of her I had been ignoring for a long time. I've kept my distance since then, which was the right decision, but it hasn't made the relationship any less tiring. The health situation is where it gets really hard to deal with. She does have some genuine health issues, and I take those seriously. But she also knows exactly how to use them. That's how my mom is. Also, I'm wearing glasses today because my eyes are so tired. I have a new baby, so I don't sleep a lot. And my eyes are just tired of the screen. Dude, chill. Just be calm. Every time I try to actually do something helpful, like offering to translate for her over the phone at the doctor's office since she doesn't speak the local language well, she deflects and brings up some unrelated complaint. Last time it was that I didn't pick up her call the week before. And then there are these comments she makes about wanting to film a video dividing her gold jewelry between me and my sister for when she's gone. She's not even 50 and she's in decent health. Oh my gosh, my mom does that all the time. Like not all the time, but she does it enough. When I graduated college, my mom gave me this beautiful gold necklace with a C on it for Clara. And I was like super stoked. I was like, yay, I got this beautiful necklace from my mom. And then like weeks later, my mom was like, you're actually not mature enough for this. I want it back. And I haven't seen it since. So I guess it's not really the same, but jewelry, so frustrating. My parents offered to help me buy a car recently. I didn't bring it up. They insisted. My dad was relaxed about the whole thing. My mom somehow turned it into a guilt trip about the mortgage, tight budgets, and everything they have sacrificed for me. I ended up feeling awful for accepting something I never even asked for in the first place. Oh my gosh, strings attached with gifts is one of the worst things ever. Sorry, I'm going to sidebar again. When I was in college, I had an eating disorder for a little bit, and I went to my dad because he's a safe person, and I said, Dad, I have this issue. Can you help me get some therapy? And my dad was like, yes. I found a therapist. He paid for it. I got better. But during that process, my mom found out, and she was like, well, if we're going to continue paying for your therapy, you have to talk about this, and this, and you're not allowed to talk about me. And I was like, that's not how therapy works. And it was really hard for me to continue going because I wanted to cut it off. But I did end up keeping up with therapy because I knew it was good. And plus my dad was like, doesn't matter what she says, I'm going to keep paying for it. Anyways, it's just annoying when they weaponize a gift. It's just like, a gift should have no strings attached, but with the wrong people, they always have strings attached. On top of all that, she has this habit on social media of posting pictures of gifts from my siblings with their names written out, making sure everyone in the family can see who's buying her things since I keep my distance and go lower contact. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. I can't keep ending every phone call feeling like I did something wrong. Why the fork is she doing this, and how should I deal with it? I Can't diagnose anybody, obviously, but I can say that people who do stuff like that definitely have mental illness wound in there. And they tend to be narcissistic or something like that. And I can say also can stem from immense amounts of insecurity. Like they don't know how to just be normal people, and so they have to like always try to show people how great they are based off of what people give them. They don't have any self-worth, so they get their worth from external things. Go down. Yeah, you know you want to go down. There you go. All right, so this person in the comment section says, ask your dad separately if there is a problem with buying the car, and also his take on mom's harangues. Love that word. If he is sane, deal and communicate only with him. Solid advice. That's what I do with my family. I only deal with my dad. Let him know you will help with necessary medical related translation, but only if mom specifically asks. No more letting her jerk your chain. Ignore her social media. If mom has to speak to you directly, have dad on the call as well. I love that. And about the social media, if you need to, on at least Instagram, you can restrict what people can see. So it's not really blocking, it's just restricting their access, which is really nice. So I recommend doing that. As for the gold, mom is taunting you with something she thinks will tempt you. The gift thing is a similar taunt to put you down. You are much too busy with medical studies, seriously, to give her foolishness your time. Give yourself some distance and peace. Yeah. I agree with everything that person said. Let's see. This person says, quote, if every interaction I have with you is going to turn into you trying to make me feel guilty for not following your every command, I'm going to stop interacting you, end quote. Excellent boundary. Excellent boundary. The next time she starts up, tell her you're leaving / hanging up and that she won't be able to contact you for 2 weeks. Your siblings can pick up the slack with her health stuff since they love her so much. Once the 2 weeks are up, ask her if she's ready to respect you as an adult, and if she goes back to the guilt trips, you cut her off for a month, then 2 months, etc. until she learns. I cut my mom off for a year, almost 2 years. But my siblings, they put her in time out. So when she crosses boundaries, starts whining, complaining, trash talking her dad, asking for money, all that stuff, my siblings will put her in time out. And it does not work. The behavior continues, but it makes my siblings feel better. So that's always a good one. This one says, one thing that really helped me deal with guilt trips that I learned here is the realization that the guilt tripper is trying to hurt you emotionally to get what they want. They might not think of it that way, but they do know that they are trying to make you feel bad enough that they will get what they want. So yeah, don't give her what she wants. Okay? You don't need that in your life. She wants to control you, and that's that. Now, you have to decide, do you want to be controlled or not? And at the end of the day, the extreme end of that, you could lose that relationship. The non-extreme, more happy ending is she will learn and stop trying to control you. So you've got, and maybe you just need to go to therapy to learn how to deal with it yourself so that you can live a happy life. It really is just unique from person to person. This one is from Am I Overreacting? And it says, Am I overreacting? In-laws want free hair. I have thoughts on that. Let's keep going. I have been a 26-year-old female hairstylist for 6 years now. My MILF, 47 female, is on disability and has always been kind to me. For a while when I was younger, me and my partner lived with her and the family. They used to always let me practice on them in school. Now that I am established and have my own business, she always asks me to cut her hair, but she refuses to message me when she wants to book or even for me to just come over to her house to cut it. I also understand that she's low income, so I'm not charging her at least in the first place, but she makes it very clear she will not pay or tip or go to the salon. She also wants me to reach out to her to do her hair. I'm not going to beg someone for me to go out of my way to cut their hair for free. My partner, 29 male, says I should just do it. No. No. Because we're family and she's shy. No. The rest of the family stopped coming to me as soon as I started charging them in the salon. Oh, gosh. Even my own family respects the prices and insists I don't give them special treatment. It has been a sore spot for me, and he has said multiple times to just don't ask his sisters, 20 female, 24 female, anymore on hair-related topics because it's awkward. Am I overreacting for feeling disrespected? No. And not wanting to reach out to do it? No. Even my own partner won't come into the salon to let me cut his hair because in the salon we wouldn't have alone time. They're very antisocial is the excuse. Oh, okay. First of all, no. The thing is when you start learning about the currency of money, and when I say currency, I mean like the current of a river or the ocean. When you start to learn about the flow of money and that money is an exchange of energy and goods, you learn that you get what you pay for, A, and B, they don't value you. They don't value themselves. If they want a good haircut, if they want to feel good about themselves, if they want that exchange of energy, they need to be willing to pay for that exchange or give you something in exchange. Even if you're willing to just do it for free and they come into the salon, that's still somewhat of an exchange. But no, you are not overreacting. Don't give into this. You spent time, money, and effort honing this skill, and I'm not appreciating that. That's pretty rude and shallow and jerkish. So no, you're not overreacting in my opinion. Being antisocial is absolutely no excuse. Just go to the freaking salon. It's not hard. Okay? It's not hard. But no, I don't think you're overreacting. Let's see what the comments say. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm wrong? No, I am not wrong. Everybody else is wrong. This person said, did your mill charge you when you lived in their house? Because if they did, you kind of owe them. Set up a rule that moving forward, you'll style her hair, but only when it's out of the salon. So I'm not going to lie, I don't agree with that. If your mill let you live in her house as an act of service and didn't insist that you pay, that's kind of on her, okay? That's on her. It doesn't mean you owe her free stuff for the rest of your life, okay? And even if you wanted to give her free stuff, the least you could do is just give you the courtesy of a text. It's not your responsibility to know her schedule, okay? That's just me. Wow. I don't agree with people. I'm not in agreement with this. Son formas de ser, tal vez está bien que les cortes el pelo gratis, únicamente corte y dentro de los horas que tengas libre y donde te sea cómodo, pero es tu trabajo y tu decisión. I like this one. This person said pretty much you can do it if you want, but do it when it works for you and when it's comfortable for you, which I agree. Let's see. Okay, so apparently, here's one in agreement to me. I'm looking for one that's in agreement with me, not overreacting. If you're willing to cut her hair for free, tell her that you are willing to do that, but she needs to use whatever your normal mechanism is for booking, phone, website, whatever, and come to the salon where you cut hair. If you're not willing to do that, I think that's fine too. Just communicate that, unfortunately, you're not in a financial position to offer the services. Okay, I like that one. Everybody else, I think you are kind of being entitled. Just because the mother-in-law let them live there for free does not mean this daughter-in-law owes her free haircuts for the rest of her life. I'm sorry. That's stupid. It's just stupid. I like this one. I think, I have a friend who does nails. I don't get my nails done. But when I get my nails done by her, I go through the correct modalities to get it done. And then I do tip her just to be nice. Because I value her work. I value her trade. You just pay for what you value. Clearly, her mother-in-law, husband, and sister-in-laws don't value her and her work. Sorry. Also, her sister-in-laws have no excuse in her husband. They're not on disability. If anything, the mother-in-law should get a free haircut only if she schedules and comes in on her own. Okay? Or at least asks and says, can you come to my house at this day at this time? Okay? That's just how I see it. Apparently I'm wrong, but I'm actually not wrong. Everybody else is wrong. I'm the authority. Okay. We have time for uno más. This one is in Mother-in-Law's for Hill. Future mother-in-law turned my fiance's father's birthday into our engagement announcement. I don't like that. Okay, backstory. I love this. This is a very well formatted story. Backstory. Okay. We, 25 and 28, got engaged and shared the news privately with our parents. His mother made several comments that made me feel uncomfortable, including repeatedly telling me how lucky I was and making remarks about my mother having fun planning the wedding alone with me. She also slumped against a wall and stared intensely until her husband tugged on her arm to sit up. I just popped a lot of bones in my neck. A few weeks later, my fiance's mother offered to throw us an engagement party, which we politely declined because we wanted to plan and share our announcement ourselves with both sides together. That's fine. You guys can make that choice. Fast forward almost 2 weeks. We were celebrating my fiance's father's birthday. During the event, my fiance's mother stopped at the gathering and said, "Don't you have an announcement?" We politely declined multiple times and explained that we were there for his father's birthday. Despite that, both parents continued to pressure us in front of everyone. We were surrounded by his family. My fiance had also been privately asked beforehand by his father to announce the engagement, and he already said no to the request. So fiance made a boundary that is not being respected, I see. I was not aware of that conversation at the time. After continued pressure, my fiance eventually announced our engagement. All of this was recorded by his mother from start to finish. I am so sorry. We feel that we were essentially robbed of our engagement announcement. We understood the possible excitement, but it didn't feel like a genuinely spontaneous or respectful moment. And it did not reflect the boundaries we had already communicated. No, it did not. They wanted that moment to themselves and made it about them and not you. How we feel moving forward. Due to the accumulation of similar events, my fiance did not want his mother at our wedding, and now he doesn't want his father there either. He has tried talking to them alone, but his mother always crashes out. She throws tantrums, cries, deflects, and doesn't take accountability. Her own children and husband have pointed out that she is in the wrong in several situations. She never apologizes, and her husband eventually becomes her pawn. We both wish circumstances were different, but we feel not having them present is the best to protect our peace. Are we the jerks for not wanting them at our wedding? You know, I'd actually be very interested to get a little more context. Like, what else occurred? You said similar to this, so it sounds like what else occurred might have just been a whole lot of bulldozing. Sorry, my dog is playing with her duck. A whole lot of stuffed duck, fake ducks, stuffed animal duck. But it sounds like that perhaps a mother-in-law just bulldozes your every wish and your every desire. Am I right? Seems like it. This person says, good, don't invite them out. Tell them Good, don't invite them out. Or I think it says, don't tell them any more important details in your lives ever again. This is called an info diet. I love info diets. They pressured you. This next person says, they pressured you and you said no at somebody else's birthday. And she recorded it. That's control, not excitement. That's what I said. Your fiance knows his parents. Don't invite them. Protect your peace. Weddings are for people who respect the couple. They don't. Very true. This next person said, nope. They've clearly demonstrated their inability to respect your wishes and choices. Your wedding should be filled with people who choose to share your happy day with you. People who love, support, and respect you. This is a very detailed comment and it's awesome. And the OP is grateful for it. I'm not going to read it because it's actually longer than the initial post. But the OP is feeling validated in the comment section. So yeah, everybody agrees that you are not overreacting. Some people suggest that you elope or something like that. And here's the thing. I don't think you're overreacting. I imagine this kind of stuff has happened before the engagement, and this kind of stuff seems to be accumulating during the engagement and wedding planning. And it just seems like your mother-in-law might be taking this as an opportunity to get glory herself and to not celebrate you and your fiance. And it seems like your fiance might just be over it. And you know what? It's his choice. Let him have his choice and just have a good day. Get married, have fun, and have a good time with your husband. Like, enjoy your life with him. Good luck, my friend. I'm sorry you're dealing with this shenanigans. I don't know why weddings bring out the crazy in so many people, but they do. They do. Super weird and super annoying. All right. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading more stories next week, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. You know what's funny is I live in Montana, and you know how they say in other places, April showers bring Mayflowers. Here it's Mayflowers might bring flowers in June. I think it's funny. Okay, have a good day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.